So thanks for coming in, Mr. Oz.
Coming in? You brought me in here at gunpoint, man.
Well, that's standard procedure. So let's go ahead, get a seat, take a seat, and then tell us about Jane.
Man, I don't want to tell you nothing. Nothing about nothing. They come in here, guns and handcuffs, and throw me in a dark room, and in here they'll tell me about a girl. Screw you.
Mr. Oz, I mean...
You leave Jack Burton alone. He's a hero. We're in his debt.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, you never watched Big Trouble in Little China, I guess? Alright, whatever.
Look, Mr. Oz, whatever. We have several people that saw you with a girl in your truck, and we got a stack of bodies, and you're gonna need to explain yourself. You're gonna go away for a long time.
Look, I can tell you what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened to a T, but you're not gonna believe me. It's not that it's gonna make me look bad. You're just not gonna believe me.
I'm willing to take that risk. Just tell me what the hell happened, and then maybe we'll talk about a plea deal to get you out of here.
A plea deal? If you listen to me and you actually believe me, man, then there ain't gonna be any deals, dude. Trust me. Alright. So, what do you want to know?
You were seen in a diner 2 days before anything happened. How about we start there?
No, how about I start before that? You know, when this actually started. Dingus. Alright, so I was driving my rig. Man, I call it Betsy. There's a big one with the cab on the back. And I don't do long haul trucking anymore, right? Not that I don't work for, I ain't even going to tell you the company. I don't work for them long haul stuff. I just do the local, daytime stuff. I ain't going too far. But, I had some money that I needed to come up. I got some people that I'm trying to help out. And I needed the funds, man. So when this overnight haul running up to the middle of the country out of Texas came up, and it would more than cover what these people needed and what I could use for fuel and food, I went ahead and took it, man. My dog's sick back at the house. It's not a sympathy thing. It's like that's one of the reasons I was happy that I wasn't having to be overnights all the time, man. I could go out and get back home, take care of my dog. She's been around 14 years, man. So, I went, pick up this load, and I had just crossed the border headed north, just into Oklahoma. And it was already getting dark, but I didn't start out until about 5 anyway. I was trying to skip the traffic through Houston, so I got there about 7, got up, and it was sure enough dark when I crossed that border. So, that state line. So, I peeled over and hit this little truck stop, T's or P's or something. I don't know. It was some single letter place. And stopped, went in, used bathroom, stretched my legs a lot. Didn't need fuel yet. Like I said, I'd only been driving about 9 hours or so. And this truck don't get up moving like it does. And traffic, they just don't ever want to pay attention when you got a truck. You try to get over in the lane and all that.
Please get on with it, Oz.
Oh yeah, right. So I pulled over, stretched my legs a little bit, but like I said, it was just dark. It was on the weekend run, so it was Friday night, so I expected there to be cars. Road, there was cars, but not many. I mean, we're right there on, 45, 59, something going north. And I pulled over, got me a couple of drinks, got me an energy drink or two and some with caffeine. I know my doc is yelling at me about my heart already, but, I couldn't handle it. So I needed to stay awake. Shit, I'm still tired now. And got drinks, got me some snacks, got me some gummy candy. Yeah, I'm fat. Look at my stomach like that, just whatever. But it's something to keep me busy and composed. I'm listening to my audiobooks. Going through Christopher Moore's new one, or the newest audiobook I can find. Listening to him, and then this little girl comes out of the darkness from behind one of these trucks. Now I'm used to, like lounge lizards and these crackheads, and then just people just trying to get across the state lines, coming out there begging for a ride, begging for money or whatever they expect because you got a job driving a truck that you got money. And you know, the instinct is immediately just tell me, get fucked, you know, just get away from me, leave me alone. You know, just thanks, I ain't got nothing, you know, but if I got a buck or two, I give it to somebody. That $2 ain't gonna make or break me. So I turned and said, look, I ain't got a whole lot, but I went to reach for a wallet and I noticed that it was a girl, young girl. Had to be early, mid-teens, whatever. She didn't look beat up or nothing. She looked like she had a couple of scratches, like she'd been running through the brush back there. And she's like, hey, I need a ride. I need some help. I said, what's going on? Somebody chasing you, something like that. You know, I'm trying to be a hero. But, yeah, throwback to back when I used to be in law enforcement, you know. I said, what's going on? She's like, I just need to get out of here, whatever. I was like, are you running away? What's going on? I just need to get out of here. And before I could say anything, she scrabbled past me, up the tanks, and into my truck. And I said, all right, well, I reached in, I had my sidearm.
You have a gun?
Yeah, it's on 1911. It's out there under the seat of my truck, but you can't have it. That's not. Was anybody shot in any of these people? Any of this stuff, right?
Coincidentally, no, they were not. But we're gonna need to see that weapon.
I don't think you are, because you don't need it for nothing here, because it's not part of anything that's happening here. But yeah, let me get back to this. So, you know, I pulled out that. I went and checked back the truck, see if anybody was chasing this woman. She could be in there stealing everything. I know is, you know, that hits me as I'm back in the truck. I'm like, oh shit, I got a thief in my truck, you know. So I hustle back there. The door's still open. She didn't lock me out or anything, which would have been a bitch because the keys were still in it because I'm an idiot. So I climbed up in it. She's in the passenger seat. She's already sitting in the seat, got a seatbelt, you know, strapped on, but got her feet on the seat with her and her knees pulled up. And I said, what is going on? Do we need to call the law or what's going on? She's like, no cops don't need to worry about the cop. They can't help or they won't help. And blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, somebody used to be one. And as soon as I said that, her eyes got real big. I said, well, I used to be one, but I missed the condescending asshole class. So don't sweat that part. But, you know, she said, I just need to get out of here. I was like, well, I'm about to get on the road. I'm headed north, the other side of Kansas. She said, that's fine. I just want to get out of here. And I said, well, I might be taking you across state lines, and I don't know if that's still a thing, but I don't want to get in trouble for stealing a kid or kidnapping nothing. She's like, nope, I'm older than that. Don't you worry about it. Let's just get on the road. So, okay. You know, so I took off.
You took off with the girl in the truck? You didn't get her name or nothing?
Look, dude, like, all my life I've been on one side of the fence or the other. Been on one side of the desk as a cop or an inmate on the other side. When somebody needs help, you help them. That's just how it works. That's how my mama raised me. That's how my dad used to think. So, trust me. Somebody climbs your shit, they say they need help, you help them how you can. Alright?
Even if helping them means hurting somebody else?
I mean, sometimes, like, you know, people that hurt kids and animals need to have, you know, the hand of God put on them. So every now and then, yeah, it might involve hurting somebody, but it's never hurting anybody that don't deserve it.
Okay, we'll come back to those, but, continue.
So I got old Betsy cranked up and we cleared everything and we got on the road. You know, I got a CB radio in there. I learned how to play on a CB radio since I was a kid with my dad, but you know, out here I just don't deal with, especially at night. It's creepy. I don't want to be, you know, talking to dead folks. You know, that's another story I can tell you about later. Yeah, I know that face too. So, yeah, so we took off. I started asking questions, and she was not very forthcoming. She said her name was Jane, and then she just needed to leave, and some people were trying to hurt her, and if we stayed, we were both going to get hurt, and we needed to go. So, okay, you know, the whole time I'm trying to angle, like, is there somebody I can call for you? We can get on the radio, get a hold of somebody. Where do you need to go? She's just away from here. Okay, you know better than I do. I'm just driving this way, and I get a certain point, you're going to jump off, and we're good. You know, I've heard about people pulling this kind of crap where they get in your truck and then try to blackmail you or, you know, do shit and then blackmail you for money and that shit. I was like, I'm not interested in any of that shit. I started laying that out right there. I was like, look, I'm not interested. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, yeah, everybody says that. That's okay. Sorry, I breached the subject. Just bring it up. Whatever. So, started just going down the road. I just knew something horrible was going to happen. I didn't realize how horrible, you know. So I was trying to make small talk and BS and stuff just the way I do. And it didn't take an hour before she was just passed out over in the passenger seat, head rattling against the door. You know, every time you hit a bump, it's just against the glass, blah, blah, blah. She's passed out.